Hey guys, it's Ken from Cactus Jam Board Games. Today we're going to talk about World Order and setting up the main board. Pull up a chair, join me at the table, and I'll see you on the other side. Set up the main board in the center of the table as shown here. There's a lot of stuff going on with the board. It's very busy, a lot of areas and stuff. We're going to go through all of those right now. Starting with the victory point track on the outside of the board. Each player has victory point markers with their flags on it. We're just going to set those up there for now. In addition, we have turn order markers, again with player flags on them. We're just going to drop them in here for now. We'll worry about where they go later on. Next, we've got the round track marker. There are 6 rounds over the course of the game. We're going to be scoring on rounds 3 and 6. Okay, the board is split up into 7 different regions that are color-coded. We've got the Americas, Europe, Middle East, North Africa, Africa, Central Asia, South Asia, and then finally East Asia Pacific. It's in these regions where we're going to be placing our influence cubes to score points in rounds 3 and 6 by majority control. Players will also score points in rounds 3 and 6 based on these 3 tiles where we rank each player for the amount of money they have, the number of armies they have, and then finally the number of allied cars they have. And they score the victory points shown by their rank. Next, we're going to set up some influence cubes at the beginning of the game. So these are seed influence cubes, and they go into the corresponding colored locations in the various regions on the board. So we've got the European Union going to these 3 locations. The US player gets 4 cubes out. Here, here, and here. And then there's one more in Asia. China in the red, Russia in the white, and then there's a neutral player in black that's placed in these 2 locations. When players take their turns, they're going to be placing cubes onto the board in these various locations. Doing so gets them victory points. The victory points that they get are shown in each one of these squares. When players place cubes into a region, they have a choice to either place in the upper part, the permanent location, where cubes placed there stay there the rest of the game, or the temporary location shown below. Those cubes can be removed throughout the game. In rounds 3 and 6, we will score each region by counting the number of influence cubes for each player. Then each player gets 1 victory point per cube present in that region and VPs based on the rank. Okay, let's finish our setup by getting the country cards into the regions. These are the Central Asian cards right on the top of the deck. They're color-coded, all these orange cards. They're unique to this region of the board. Let's go ahead and shuffle them up, and we're just going to shuffle them up the beginning of the game like this. Set them here, draw the top card, bring it over to the right section like this. We're always going to have 2 country cards in each section, and at the beginning of the round we'll always make sure that we bring over 1 as well, just so the deck kind of refreshes. Okay, let's finish up and get the rest of the cards out as well. Okay, so now the main board is fully set up. We've got everything that we need in place. We have to talk about 2 more playing area sections, one above the board, that's where our growth cards are going to be, and then one below the board, that's where the market is going to be for ability cards. Let's take a look at those now. So the growth card market is found at the top of the board here. Over the course of the game, you can take an action where you can take these cards. We're going to discuss that when we discuss taking actions. And finally, we have the ability card market shown here, where players during the research phase can purchase cards and add them to the top of their draw deck. Okay, this was our video describing the setup of the main board for World Order. Along with the previous video where we look at the player board setup, gives a player a good indication of the initial state of the game. In a subsequent video, we're going to describe the actions that players can take over the course of the game. We'll go through all 8 actions. There, the mechanisms of the game itself are going to be taught. And after that video, you should have a very good indication of how to play the game and be ready to go. So look for the next video. Thanks for joining me for this one. We'll see you next time. Bye now.